Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. Before we get started, make sure you guys go check out the giveaway details down below in the description. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, comment which player and jersey you want on the back.
We just had a winner
Congratulations
for
to
the
Auston.
giveaway.
Pardon?
Yep. I was going to say, we just had a winner for the giveaway.
Yeah, congratulations to Auston. Comment God did not respond. He's the runner-up, and we already bought the jersey for him. It's on its way. So congrats, Auston. Yeah, and I guess we'll get into the Leafs game. It's probably going to be a short one just because of how awful that game was. I mean, the Leafs lose 5-2 against the Winnipeg Jets, and no Matthews, no Nylander. We still haven't got our additions from the trade deadline. If the Winnipeg Jets didn't win this game, then that would have been like pretty bad for them. And on top of that, the Leafs power play blew again. You lose Nylander and Matthews. Those are your two top scorers on the power play. And obviously they didn't have a power play goal. They got off to a decent start though. And Galchenyuk scored 4 minutes in from Marner and Tavares. And it popped in and out. It was actually a really good goal. And then I found this cool stat. We'll talk about the goal in a second. But I found this cool stat. So Matthews and Marner Marner owns the first spot for most points by a Leafs player in the first 5 seasons, and Matthews is right behind him, almost in that number 1 spot as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. What do you guys think of the Galchenyuk goal? Excuse me.
It was a nice goal.
That's all we're getting from you. All right, Jude.
I mean, nothing else really. There's nothing else really to say about it. Tavares made a nice play. Marner made a nice play. Marner had a terrible game, but Marner made a nice play on that goal.
It's a weird one for sure. That's it.
All right. A few minutes later, about 6. I mean, three goals by the Winnipeg Jets. Absolutely terrible defense by the Leafs. The first one, it was Kyle Connor that scored it, right? Or was it Ehlers?
Power play goal, I think, wasn't it?
Okay. Yeah, I think it was Ehlers then. Power
play 9
goal.
seconds into their power play.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, kind of a soft one. Campbell should have had it.
The Leafs can't score on 40 power plays, and they get a goal on 9 seconds in on 1 power play in the first game.
That's a joke.
So brutal.
And then 20 seconds later, sloppy defensive play by Hall and Muzzin. Another goal. And then a few minutes after that, another sloppy play by Muzzin and Hall. And another goal. That's it for Campbell's night right there. What do you guys think?
He needed to be pulled. He was playing terrible.
I mean, I had a good thought going before because like just in terms of, I don't know, it seems like a reoccurrence in these losing streaks, I guess. Like when back let's go back in time to the start of that losing streak right there with Anderson. A lot of defensive mishaps with Muzzin and Hall, and you look back to Campbell's winning streak, unreal defensive penalty kill plays by Muzzin and Hall. So they're just, I don't know, there's something going on there in that defensive pairing that they can't find their consistency, and honestly it's costing us. But all of those are 2 of 3. 3 of 3 are Campbell's shots. Those are his shots. Those are his saves. So he's his confidence isn't there, and he's taking a page out of Freddie's book right now.
I feel like it always goes back to Muzzin and Hall somehow. Like not that they're the sole purpose for every goal against or like whatever, but when they're playing well and they're penalty killing well and they're skating well and breaking out the puck well, that the team seems to do well. I used the word well a lot there, but and then when they're sucking, the team just sucks, like, because they are responsible for a lot of goals, and it's not their fault necessarily because, yeah, Campbell should have had 3, basically all 3 of those, maybe 2, but like definitely 2. But yeah, Muzzin and Hall are big. They're big parts to the team, but it's not just that. It's like, I'm not blaming the game on them or anything. It's just part of it. And then it's just like these power plays, like we missed a part here between their goals and the first goal of the game was the Leafs had a minute and a half of 5-on-3 up 1 goal. So what are you doing? You got to score there. You go up 2-0. You're on a 5-on-3. for a minute and a half, and the puck's in their end the whole time. The puck, literally, they couldn't break out the puck against 3 guys, 5-on-3. So I don't know. Either you got to fire the power play coach or let someone else draw up a power play instead of this Manny Malhotra guy because he sucks. It sucks. They brought in this guy, Manny Malhotra, to be like, he's supposedly this like power play wizard. Like he's drawn up the most amazing power plays and had the most successful power plays. First month of the season, they're amazing, and they've just sucked. There is no chance they win a playoff series. I don't care if they're playing Ottawa in a playoff series. I don't care if they play Buffalo in a playoff series. They're not going to win it if they can't score on the power play.
For
a
sure.
7-game series, best 4 out of 7, they're never going to win with one power play goal on 40.
Yeah. To be fair, though, to defend the Leafs, this is just like from like trying to be on the good side. I'm not saying that this is my opinion, but they were missing, Matthews and Nylander, which it's inexcusable still because I thought about this while the game was happening a lot. You're going to have injuries in the playoffs. That's a given. That's why Dubas went out and got these extra players like Foligno and Hutton and even Riddick. So if the Leafs can't go through the adversity now and play through these injuries and they just continue to suck with key players missing, they're not going to win the playoff series, like you said, Felly.
Well, the only thing I can see fixing it right now is having Foligno come in. Mm-hmm. That's it. Because they're obviously not going to score with 5 superstars on the ice for some reason. For some weird reason, every other team does it. But and they're going to have to put Foligno on the first power play and see what he does because he's a good power play. He's a good special teams guy. He's always been a good special teams guy, penalty kill and power play. So you have to put him on a power play and see how he does. And honestly, I think it was last game. I think it was just the game before this one against the Flames. Tavares wasn't on either power play at one point in the game. They didn't have him on the first or the second, which was really strange to me. Tavares needs to be on the power play in front of the net or in that like bump position in the high slot.
Yeah.
He's a huge factor. He tips pucks, he does whatever, but like they're not getting pucks on net because they get 1 shot per power play.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Even when we had Mass come on, aka Leafs fan MD, he's pretty knowledgeable. And one thing that he said that really stuck with me, I could probably go on a rant on this all night, is the second Joe Thornton touches the puck, the play is completely dead. For some reason, he is on that first power play every single time. And especially tonight, he was on like every power play. And it's just a joke. Why are you putting him on? There's so many players. Like in the final 2 minutes when they were trying to score to tie the game, Joe Thornton was on the ice. Why? Like, I just don't get why Joe Thornton is on the ice.
Yeah, they went through a bunch of line changes at the end there for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 in the span of 30 seconds. I don't know what they were doing. They were trying to get the right guys out there. At that point, you got like, I don't know what they're thinking putting Thornton out there. Put the guys who are hot out. It doesn't make any sense. This guy hasn't scored in 25 games, and he's barely gotten a point in the last 25 games. He can't skate. It's the end of a game. He's probably played 10 minutes this game, right? Around there. At that point, he's dead. He's literally a 42-year-old man. Just like he can't even move out there at that point of the game. First period, fine. Like let him go on the power play, maybe like see what happens. But at the end of the game like that, he's tired. It's not his fault. But he's tired. So that's stupid to me. And then, put Robertson out there. He was hot this game. He looked amazing. Mm-hmm. To me, I think Robertson was the best player other than Tavares. Tavares and Robertson were the 2 highlights of the game for me. But other than that, everyone else looked sloppy. Marner, the most sloppy to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll get into his goal. I mean, a little bit of light in the second period. JT scores a goal from Spezza and Robertson. I mean, like you said, those were the 3 best players on the ice that game. They were the only ones who looked like they were trying, including Hyman as well. Just a great play, great pass, and of course a bad play by Dubois covering Tavares.
Yeah.
And it did give the Leafs a little bit of light there for about 3 minutes. They put some pressure on, but that slowly died off.
Well,
And
I
then
also had one more thing to say
go
is,
ahead.
for whatever reason, we didn't see Spezza. Was it last night or the night before? So,
Yeah.
whatever that was.
Hmm.
I think you guys said Sabrin, right? Sabrin over Spezza. So that was, I don't know, that was pretty. What do you guys think about that?
I think that
Interesting
was.
choice.
I
Go ahead.
think it was kind of I don't think Spezza needs it, but I think it was kind of a load management decision. Like they don't want him to overplay because he's kind of old.
Mhm.
Then again, they play Thornton every single night, so
Exactly.
what is that? That it doesn't do anything. I'd rather have Thornton do load management than Thornton. Sorry, than Spezza. So
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense to do that to me. But maybe they've got something arranged where, he sits out a night or two because he's kind of getting older. So that
Exactly.
could have been partly his decision, but we don't really know.
For sure. Well, I also want to bring something else up, and that's the Felly was talking about it last podcast with Leaf and MD. He was saying, what was it? He had 7 goals in 16, 7 goals in 13. I don't know. It was one of those
That's
numbers.
all.
No,
Well,
Matthews.
oh right, yeah. So at the end of last game, against Calgary, I guess that's when. No, the game before that, it was also against Calgary. No, Montreal.
Mhm.
Um, when they lost in regulation, but um, Matthews at that time had 7 of the last 14 Leaf goals, which is just unfathomably like scary because one guy scoring that many goals for the team is like it's amazing for him and that's awesome, but like can't happen because Tavares has definitely stepped it up though. You got to give that to him.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
been playing really well. He has
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
10 points in the last
yeah,
like 6
Yeah.
games.
That was my point there. That's why I brought up Felly's knowledge of Matthews'
yeah,
goal, because even though we obviously knew he wasn't there tonight, we got to see a 2.9 from Tavares, so he definitely stepped it up.
yeah. Talking about points and whatever. Tavares is for some reason, I don't know if it's like a mental thing or what, but he just plays better when he's on a first line role rather than second line. I think it has something to do with matchups, to be honest with you. Um, Matthews is often matched up against the first line, and it's more of like a skilled, back and forth. Whereas Tavares is like he's usually his line at this time is like uh, defending a lot,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know what that is, but he definitely plays better when Matthews isn't in the lineup, which is kind of weird. And then to go deeper into it, I was doing my homework, kind of supposed to be doing my work, and I was looking at the Leafs stats because I got kind of interested. And you think about okay, so I looked at it, and I was just so surprised because the sixth leading scorer on the Leafs is Spezza. It goes Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Nylander, Riley, Spezza. That's unbelievable. Like, that's awesome that this guy's like 36 or whatever, and he's sixth leading scorer on the Leafs. But where is everyone else? If Spezza, who's playing third, fourth line minutes every single night, is the sixth leading scorer, where is everyone? Like,
Yeah.
where's Kerfoot? Where's Mikheyev? They're playing a lot of minutes.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Um, and going to the third period, I mean, what a joke. Marner 6 minutes in, they win the faceoff. Finally, they win faceoffs, and he loses the puck, bobbles it, and then I don't know, he's playing for the other team or something, brings it back to his own end, right in front of his net, and Ehlers just pokes it away. I mean, pretty shitty play by Rittich as well. He should have read that, but I mean, Marner cannot do that. That's unacceptable just to turn the puck over like that. And that right there, game's over. Then they scored the empty net with a minute left, and I mean, Toronto really had no chance after that one.
well, I don't know what Marner was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking, but it all has carried over from last game against the Flames, not overtime, right into this game. They've played the exact same. That game was literally the overtime, like just watching it over and over and over again because over the span of 60 minutes, because Marner, like he made a nice play at the beginning, and then I don't know what happened. His like everything was just off for some reason with him. Like, you're allowed to have a bad game. Everyone has bad games all the time. Like, no one's perfect, you know? Like we say, Connor McDavid has, 3-game pointless streaks, but whatever. Like, it's not even like that with Marner. It's just like this game, he just looked so out of it everywhere on the ice. Like, I would have liked to see Robertson in more situations than Marner this game.
Fair point.
Fair take, yeah, for sure.
Jude, do you have any opinions on that Marner turnover?
No, nothing from me.
It was so bad.
I know. I wouldn't even like. I don't even think I could properly have an opinion on it. All I can say is that doesn't reflect the Leafs. They have to do something right now to change it. I mean, who knows? Matthews could have re-aggravated his injury, and he could be in a shooting slump again like he was when we were in that losing streak. Hopefully not. I'm really hoping that doesn't happen again, but you never know. And they're playing without Nylander for a while. Their game on Saturday, I think that's when they play next.
It's going to be postponed probably.
It's most likely going to be postponed. So they're going to get a break. Hopefully they can regroup and take some time to figure out the power play, figure out the penalty kill, figure something out.
Yeah, well, on that last goal, or that goal where Marner took the puck all the way back and whatever, was Rittich, he was trying to play the puck, but he was like caught between playing the puck and saving the puck. So I didn't really get Jude, what'd you think? Because in that situation, why would he be jumping out with the puck right there instead of just playing goalie?
Well, I didn't watch this goal. That's my bad.
You didn't? No. Rittich was standing outside of the crease, like with his glove on the bottom, ready to play the puck.
Like behind his stick?
Yeah, his glove on his stick, trying to play it, and Ehlers just pokes it by him. He was half between playing it and half between
Well, the best thing to do there would be going on one knee. That's what Franco teaches you, Felly, is go on one knee so you block any type of danger in that area. So I don't know. I'm actually really interested in seeing it now because I'd love to say something on it. But I mean, I don't know. What I'm hearing from you guys is it was like the Boston. I don't know if that was Game 7 when Nylander took it behind the net and left it, and I think it was DeBrusque just tapped it in beside Anderson's foot.
It was more of a rush.
Yeah.
It was Marner circled back, lost it at the top of the circles, and the puck was trickling towards the net. And it was Ehlers was halfway to the puck, and Rittich was halfway to the puck. So he didn't know whether to play it or whatever. And then Ehlers just poked.
So he hesitated, and that's right. Correct.
Yeah, he hesitated. He thought he was gonna play it, and then he just he didn't even go into his goalie position. Yeah. He just tried to play it he was trying to save the puck while playing it.
Yeah, he fully committed to playing the puck. He was gonna
playing it, and it just went right through his legs.
A huge thing that they teach you in goaltending is to not hesitate. If you're going, that player's faster than you, so you go. You're working it, right? So
he should have jumped out at it. That's what I'm hearing.
He probably should have, or he hesitated on going out, or he hesitated on going back, and he was caught in the middle. If he just played goal, he's a good goalie. He probably could have saved it. If he just played out, I guess, he probably could have made a good play because he's good at handling the puck. But he was caught in the middle and made a horrible play. So that's
I mean, listen, that's only one goal on Rittich, and it was a super harmless. It was a harmless goal, honestly. Whatever, the game was basically over. It felt like it was over anyways, but he made some really good saves. He stopped the breakaway.
I think we might be seeing him whenever the next game start. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, potentially. Apparently, Anderson practiced today, but they'd have to send Robertson down. I don't think they would do that right now. He's playing really well. I don't know. Anderson, it's weird, but that's a whole nother topic to talk about. But if Anderson does come back, they're going to have to send Robertson down, basically. And a couple other guys. They're going to have to free up cap because that's a cap issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Rittich start. I mean, maybe, but that's also harmful to Campbell's
Yeah.
morale, right?
Well,
So
on now that you say that, when you heard Ray Ferraro talking in the game, I don't know if you guys heard this, is they like panned on Campbell, and they were saying he's got to be less tough on himself. You know,
yeah,
he
he's super
he's
tough on
he's a
himself.
great he's great to everyone. He's a great guy. He'll let in those goals, and he was probably just, oh, I'm this, probably in his head on that bench. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's everyone's best buddy, but to himself, he's his worst enemy. So, and you know what? He's got to somehow bounce back and make sure he's not, because
Well, that's the thing. There's like a fine line. You know, he's such an amazing guy that like he doesn't want to blame anyone
yeah,
else for anything,
yeah,
right? So it's like it wouldn't matter if like Marner literally skated it down and like deked him out and scored on him. He'd be like, "That was my bad. That was my bad." Right?
I should have been prepared. I should have been
Yeah, I
prepared.
should have been prepared for like he would be that type of guy to be like, "Oh, sorry, like that you know that's my bad that I let in that goal."
Mhm.
But like he can't be like that. There's a
Yeah,
fine line between like not blaming your teammates for things. Like obviously you don't want to blame your teammates for things
yeah.
um like what's his name? That
Holtby.
Holtby, right? But like he's also got to know that like not every goal is his fault. Like
Yeah,
definitely not, right? Like that like the breakaway never should have happened. Muslin was just caught flat-footed,
yeah.
whatever. It's hard for any goalie to stop a breakaway. Wasn't a great goal, but it's hard for any goalie to stop a breakaway.
Mhm.
You know, and he's probably thinking to himself, "Oh, I should have had that. You know, that's all my fault." Saying sorry to the boys, like, no, like, you know what, it's fine. Like, everyone has bad games, but like, he has to be like way more like I don't know. He's good. He's such a good guy that it's like hard for him
He needs
probably.
confidence. He needs to
Uh,
make sure that he knows he's a
I
great
think,
goalie.
I think he's confident enough. Like, I think he knows he's good. Like, he's went on an 11-game win streak, but like,
Yeah, I mean, but that he it all in the back of our heads. He was still a backup goalie for his entire career, right?
yeah,
Like probably thinking
yeah,
that too. Like
Yeah, the
yeah.
thing.
I think
Go ahead.
he what?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I think he has to like after the press conferences, he's like, "That was my fault. That game was my fault." Like, no, don't say that. You know, like you know, that's nice of you to say that, but don't say that. It's a team sport, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, if you guys don't have any further comments, I'll just end it on this last thing that I found about Campbell. So you guys are good.
yeah,
I just really like the fact that Campbell gets pulled. How many goalies you see getting pulled after like 10 minutes of ice time? You know, say or tap Riddick and say, "Hey, good luck, man." You know,
yo, you know
he.
what Riddick does? He
Oh
taps
yeah.
the
We know what
What?
Riddick does. I like Campbell. He just he just came, got off, took his gloves off, whatever, sat there, and he didn't cause a commotion. Unfortunately, Riddick doesn't do that all the time, but Campbell's
Oh,
his attitude.
wait, he's the door?
Yeah.
no, I didn't know that. Wait, I thought it was Markstrom.
No, it was
No, it's
Riddick.
Riddick.
Oh,
Yeah. So Campbell's showing him how it's done. But yeah,
yeah. A lot of goalies when they get pulled, throw their helmet, throw their gloves, whatever.
yeah.
I
Not
think
Campbell.
anyone would be like that. Like when a pitcher gets
Yeah,
pulled
exactly.
in a baseball game, they're not happy about it, right? Like it's never a fun thing for a coach to do. I once was in a game when the first goalie started the game, let in like 3 goals in the first 3 shots, got pulled. Then our backup goalie came in. He let in like 3 goals on the next 3 shots, and then the other goalie came back in for him. So
That's so
yeah,
bad for team morale. Goalies.
yeah, it was brutal. It was so brutal.
Yeah. But I mean, what can you do? Hopefully the Leafs can bounce back. And I mean, a pretty good tribute to Freddie that Campbell made tonight. Played like him. So
Stop.
so I guess we'll wrap it up here. Leafs lose 5-2 against the Jets. This has been the Buds of the Box podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube if you made it to the end. And if you're listening on Spotify, thank you for listening. Make sure to follow us. And that's all about we have for you guys tonight. So we'll see you later. Bye for now.